Okie dokie. We are live once again. How's everybody doing today in chat? Hello, Nathaniel the Average Creator. Hello, ERAWWs. Welcome to the stream. Is the game too loud? I can always turn that down, I think. No, I can't turn it down. Screw. Hang on. Maybe I can... I'm just really hoping the game isn't too loud. I don't want it to overpower my voice. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking, UML. Only a little bit? Well, I did turn it down some. Do I need to turn it down more? Hello, how's everybody doing? I'm doing good, DJ. Welcome. Hello, the infinite loading screen. Welcome to the stream. Sounds low enough? Okay, good. But yeah, there is a particular reason I want to stream this game. Just one. I saw the movie Iron Lung by Markiplier yesterday, and I want to talk about it. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about it in a sort of kind of discussion format. But I also want to replay the game to sort of, you know, refamiliarize myself with it. Hi, I'm here. Hello, Janice Rivera. Welcome to the stream. We're going to be playing some Iron Lung today. Probably going to be very scared doing it. And basically what I want to do is that I want to spend the first hour or so. This game is not very long. It's very short. I want to spend the first hour or so. The first hour or so just playing through the game. I'm sorry. My head is not right place. So it's made by Markiplier, right? The movie is. The game is not. I'm not too interested in the movie or the game. I'm just here to chat and also see what this game's like. Fair. But yeah, the first hour is just going to be us playing the game, and then we'll play through it again while I discuss the movie. That is the general plan. So will this be a short stream? Yeah. Just a short, quick 2-hour stream. I would be surprised if we took longer. Yeah, that's generally what I want. I have the Switch version of this. Yes, it's on Switch. I think it's on all consoles, actually. And this is kind of like a PS1 style game, so really you don't need much to run it, so... If anything, I probably could have run it on my laptop, but I'm not sure if I could stream it at the same time. Oh, so no track pull? I don't think so for this stream. But then again, we don't need every stream to be a track pull. We can... Oh, we do that all the time in our streams. I think we could take a couple streams for a break. Unless this game is so fun that we spend 4 hours on it. Well, Iron Lung is the kind of game where you play it once, you've seen pretty much everything. There's some stuff you could find, but otherwise, some stuff we could find in a different playthrough. But otherwise, we should be good for just 2 playthroughs. I'm here because I like your streams. Aw, thank you. I'm glad I can entertain you guys. Because, like, these streams don't really get a ton of viewers, and I mostly just do them to have fun in between my regular content, so I'm glad my streams can entertain some people. But yeah. That's about 5 minutes. Imagine if FGTV made a movie. Maybe someday. I mean, YouTubers are making movies left and right, so who knows? Maybe one day I'll make a movie. I don't know. Alright. But yeah, I think we spent enough time, the Cookie Eater movie. Oh god, that would suck as much as the Ryan movie. Oh, dang. I can't tell if that was a dab at me or just like a jab at other. Oh, FGTV. Never mind. I got confused there for a second. But yeah, I think we spent enough time talking. It's time we jump into the game. Oh no, not the Ryan movie. I've heard some pretty bad things about that one. But yeah. Decades ago, every known star and habitable planet vanished, leaving only those who were on space stations and starships. This event became known as the Quiet Rapture. With supplies dwindling and infrastructure crumbling, survivors are searching for any trace of natural resources in a universe of barren moons, lit by the ghost lights of vanished stars. One such moon holds a strange anomaly, an ocean of blood. You are a convict, tasked with exploring this anomaly in a makeshift submarine nicknamed the Iron Lung. It was not designed for this depth, so you will be welded inside, and the forward window will be closed. There was no time for training. If successful, you earned your freedom.
Beginning your descent. Cruising depth in roughly 40 seconds. Stand by.
Ugh. Rapture? Like the city in BioShock? Not quite.
I'm seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that.
Ryan movie is so bad that the theater was empty as shit. Dang.
The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong. Closing porthole shielding.
Ugh.
We're starting to lose radio signal. You'll be at cruise depth soon, so refreshing and be careful. You're on your own. Good.
Ugh. Huh? Well, I guess we're in the game now. Briefing. 2 weeks ago, we conducted an exploration of Moon AT5 for the first time since the Quiet Rapture, leading to discovery of a fourth blood ocean. A trench beneath the ocean's surface has several points of interest. Your task is to photograph these points of interest with the SM-13's forward camera. Photos must be taken within 2 units of specified position and 10 degrees of the specified angle. You can also use the camera to help with navigation. Only photos taken at the specified points of interest will be saved. Since you can't navigate by sight, pay attention to your coordinates and consult the map. The proximity indicators next to the sub-controls will trigger if you're getting close to an obstacle. Good luck. We're talking about Ryan's world, right? Yeah. Well, they are. Right now, we're in a cramped submarine at the bottom of a blood ocean. Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing today? We're doing good. Not sure how to... Okay, good. And here's our map and our various points of interest. Right now, we are... X, Y... 182... 116, so we're about here. Well, looks like we got some stuff to do. We can, grab this. For any fires. This is not an expedition. It is an execution. When they put you in here, they don't want you to return. And even if you do, and even if they keep their promises, what freedom waits for you? A few dying ships in a sea of dead stars? If there is still hope, it lies beyond the veil. Hope in this void is as illusionary as the starlight. I will choose to breathe my last here, at the bottom of an ocean, unseen and uncontrolled. They will get their execution. I will get my freedom. That's a cold line. What a line. Alright, let's see where we gotta go. Let's move forward. What is this? What the monsters of the deep is this? It is Iron Lung, where we move forward and not much happens. Alright, and that puts us almost around here. So when we reach 200... Your rival has returned again. Hello, Infinite Master. Welcome to the stream. Alright. Take a look. I have another question regarding OT and IT. What do their names stand for? Outlaw Tony and Italian Tony. Those are being workshopped. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick with those. If those characters return again. They probably won't. Yeah, let me consult this. Let's see. I know there's like... Because like there's hidden lore here, I know it. SM8. Ooh. Hopefully they don't redact this before updating the database. What most people don't understand is that not all subs are built equal. The SM8 isn't a burner sub. It really is for exploring and surveying Blood Ocean. Lung, they don't give a fuck if you come back or if the sub comes back because it's a pile of garbage and you're a piece of shit. You come back with photos, great. You come back with photos, great. You sit down there and suffocate quietly, even better. But if they send the SM8 down, one of the scientists is piloting, and they all expect them to return. And now the SM8 is in the Blood Ocean in pieces. No, not hit a rock pieces or sprung a lake pieces. It looks like something tore it up. And the weirdest thing is that nobody else seems surprised. We might have found the first planetary light since the Rapture, and they're acting like it's no big deal. I know you're next in line for realization in the Iron Lung, and usually that means you won't be seeing the stars again. But they don't have an SM8 anymore. They have 3 burner subs, and a lot of curiosity at 5. And maybe that means you have a chance. This is a very hopeless game. We're already starting with feelings of foreboding. Yeah, let's turn the stub. Thoughts on both the Evil Within games? I have not played them. I want to at some point, but I have no idea if I will. Alright, now let's move forward. How's DT doing? He's doing good. Alright, so we're at 200. Alright. Go to angle 300. Thoughts on the... Oh. It's probably a sensor warning me. Yep, there's a wall over there. Thoughts on the Sonic tapes? I've seen them. They're cool. They're cool. Not my favorite analog horror series, but they're cool. Alright. Keep moving forward. Are the other Tonys gonna get their own avatar? Probably not. I have no idea. Hello, YouTube Social HD2. Welcome to the stream. Alright. We are at... almost about a 300 degrees. 302. All right. All right. So move under to 322. Will you be seeing Markiplier's movie on this? I did see it. In fact, the second playthrough of this stream will be mostly a movie discussion video. Like we're gonna be talking I'll be talking about the movie when I. Right now, this is just the initial playthrough to get a feel for the game, and then we'll talk about the movie. All right. Let me back it up just a little bit. All right. Now we need to move down about. And that is gonna be fun. Yeah. All right. Now move forward. Oh. Little. No. And it's out already? Was it good? We'll talk about that later. Alright, move a little bit forward. Alright. This should be good. Now we gotta get it at the right angle. 33 degrees. Alright. Let's take our photo. I can't tell if those are teeth or something else. Iron lung is a thing, eh? I don't think The Last of Us Part 2 is that bad. The gameplay was fun, plus Ellie close combat doesn't suck unlike back in Part 1. Well, that's cool, but we're talking iron lung right now. Alright, next up, 378 degrees, so let's try. Are there any monsters in this game? Well, something tore up the last sub, so possibly. Maybe it's some tall stones. Potentially. Hang on. Let's some progress has been saved automatically. Alright. Well, it could be fingers. Ugh. I don't know what whose fingers those are. What's this game about? It is about us exploring a blood ocean to pick. Was that creaking of metal? Or was that a groan? Tony, why can't you get a job that doesn't have monsters that want to kill you? Well, you see, I've had many jobs. Oh, hey, it's the Markiplier game that I actually never saw much extended gameplay of. Well, you're in luck, because today we're going to be talking about both this and the movie. Alright, we're at the designated, need to, go down a couple, go down this way about, 9 knots, and there was a movie with the same name? Mind blown. No, actually, the movie is based on this game. And it's made by Markiplier. Favorite SCP? 096. I like him. Alright. Do you watch Markiplier? On occasion. I was never overly fond of his channel, but the fact that he's branched out into making a movie is definitely is definitely admirable. Alright. This should be the right angle. I have... No. Still in Percy's Playhouse realm? No, we made it back to the realm of memories. Don't ask how. Piffle's yet to elaborate on that. But rest assured, we're back on the island. Alright. Good thing there's no windows in the sub, assuming you're afraid of deep bodies of water. I am afraid of deep bodies of water, actually, which is why I will not play Subnautica. Or if I do, I will need some emotional support. Maybe I'll get Moon to help me with that. It's interesting that of all the horror games he's ever played, this is the one he was inspired to make a movie on. I mean, hey. I know it's weird to make a movie on this of all things, but quite frankly, he did it. He actually went and did it and made a solid movie on it. I hate that noise. I'm going to change my avatar real quick to the one that looks like it shit a brick. Okie dokie, Loki pokey, pokey. All right. Now we are appropriately terrified. Was there permission from the game's creator? Well, yeah. Was that Piffle's stomach? Because that had quite a lot of bass to it. Thank you for cookie, you man.
Oxygen notification.
Oh, great. We have less oxygen. Now it means I have to hold my breath. Okay, I can see the wall. Alright. X259. It is currently snowing outside. Something is currently growling outside for me. And I honestly can't tell if it's the ship or something else. Aquaman, if it was a horror movie, be like. Do you think Skylanders and Lego Dimensions should be revived someday? Yeah, but it'd be hard to do the Toys to Life thing, because, like, that was a huge fad that I was definitely a part of. Like, I was so into Skylanders as a kid, and maybe I'll come back to it one day, but... Alright, let me see here. Okay, we're at the right X, but not at the right Y, I think. 406. I never played Skylanders, sadly. Aw. Well, it is... I would say that most of the franchise is good. Alright, so let's move forward. My idea for Skylanders is official NFC cards. Way cheaper to produce, while still providing the magic of the series. Oop. There it is. Alright, 406. Now let's get to the right angle. And I hate this buzzing in my ear. Wrong angle. Maybe a Death Battle does Chaos versus Lord Vortex as a matchup. Potentially. Alright, we got the right angle. Let's see. Are those snakes? I feel like those are snakes. But anyways, let's go over here now. Alright. Or worms. Would Iron Lung work on Death Battle? No. Like, even with the movie, it's a flat no. Like, even it wouldn't even be funny to work to put Iron Lung in Death Battle. Like, there is nothing to work with when it comes to Iron Lung. Not in the game, not in the movie. I could say emphatically with confidence that you cannot do Iron Lung in versus. It doesn't work. Alright. Let me adjust my angle a bit. I hope that's the wall. Yeah, that's the wall. Alright. Let me angle it a bit more. We're at 330, so we should be right about here, so we need to start angling down. I feel like a Skylanders got a reboot. I feel like the gameplay should be more dynamic, better combat, better puzzles, and better platforming. Each level being like a kingdom from Odyssey. Honestly, I could definitely see that. Okay, it's just a wall. Alright. Angle downward. We need to angle this right, so we're at 427Y, so we're still about here, so we need to adjust it. What are your thoughts on King K. Rool versus Captain Hook? It's cool. I kind of like King K. Rool versus Gruntilda better, but that's just me. What are you trying to do exactly? I'm trying to photograph certain spots in the bottom of this blood ocean, but I don't think I'm alone. To be honest, I wasn't expecting Iron Lung to work on Death Battle with how the game and movie goes. No, it's a... Thoughts on Gangplank Galleon from Bonanza? That is an awesome remix that I have listened to over and over and over. I bet King K. Rool could easily beat Gruntilda. King K. Rool crushes Hook. Hook, no question. Hook would run away out of crocophobia before the match even starts. To be fair to Hook, he's only really scared of the one crocodile. TikTok Croc. And that's because it ate his hand and wants more. Isn't Hook just a normal guy? A pirate, but sure, but still. I mean, people have done some research on Hook. It turns out in extended media, he does have a fair amount of like magical items he's used, as well as some scaling you can make to Peter Pan. So there's definitely stuff you can work with for Hook. He's not like a guy. We're very close to the wall, so let me angle this a little downward. Ah! Burst pipe. Alright. Let me angle it more to the 90 degrees. And move forward. King K. Rool has a hook that can turn you to gold. He also has the ability to, or an item that can control the crocodile. I think you mean Captain Hook, not King K. Rool. I don't get the deal with the rivalry between Peter Pan and Hook anyways. No. It's not really that deep. Some iterations do try to make it deep, but... No, I meant... Alright, let me see. Where are we? That's really the main question of this. Where the hell are we? Alright. Alright, so we'll go about 560 this way. It's probably just an endless void out there. Is there any way for me to stop this gas leak? Yep, it's just a void. Ugh. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. What do? We swim. I mean, why King K. Rool have something that can control a crocodile when he is a What the hell? Something was just to my side. Something was just beside me. Nope, wrong button. Alright, 560. Get to that. Alright, that should be good. Now, we go 277 down. I've seen people put K-Rool against Satan from Anton Blast. Yeah, I've seen that too. But, I have no attachment to it. Alright, 270. Hang on, let me angle this a little better. Alright, that should be good. Alright. Which match thinks works as an army battle? K-Rool versus Hooks or Chaos versus Lord Vortek? Probably Chaos versus Lord Vortek. Hey, Tony Tails. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing good. Alright, angle it at 43 degrees. That's all right, Nathaniel, the average creator. Just don't spam the same message over and over again. I've heard Anton wins, but I can't say for sure, as I haven't played either game. What? Am I doing this right? Oh. Silly me. I missed my we gotta back it up. Or rather, what am I doing? Alright. Okay, there we go. Accidentally in the wrong spot. Alright. Here we go. What the hell? What is that? What is that fish? It's gone. There was a fish right here. It was gone. It was right here. Here's an idea. Get the fuck out of here. Here. I would, but I'm stuck down here. I can't surface or anything. Ugh. Alright. What the hell was that? Alright. No choice but to keep moving forward. Let's hope we don't see it. Let's hope it just ignores us. We are not a tasty morsel to it. How much iron do you think you could make from this ocean? Considering how much iron is in... Considering how much iron is in blood, I'd imagine a lot. Totally doesn't taste good. Yeah, I would know. Have you ever actually like licked or bitten yourself as a child to see how you taste? Because I was one of those kids. Thoughts on King K. Rool versus King Pig? I mean, I get it, but even for as goofy as King K. Rool was, I would prefer him to fight someone you could at least take a little bit seriously. Because, like, Captain Hook has his serious moments. Gruntilda has her serious moments. While they are... I like a villain that can easily balance goofiness with... that can easily balance the... Yes, not my weirdest moment. Yes, I have. Huh. Yeah, I like a villain that can balance out the seriousness with the goofiness. And Grunty and... Captain Hook and Grunty are kind of those villains. At least from what I've seen of Grunty. I keep hearing moans throughout this water. Blood. Alright. Almost there. K. Rool used to be goofy. He still is, but he got more threatening with every new appearance. I mean, with Bonanza, he basically became like a Ganon tier villain, almost. Not quite as serious, but still. Like, he has the motivation of, like, King Dedede with the aura and threat level of Ganondorf. Or Ganon. Alright, 55 degrees. This should be a good spot. And... a skeleton. We found a skeleton, ladies and gentlemen. Hello there, Tony. Hey, Toby. Welcome to the stream. Alright. Found a skeleton. Mark some spots. Let's head over here. It's a shark. Alright. We're heading over here to photograph another thing. Right now we are at 6:39, 2:15, so about here. So, alright. A T-Rex skeleton by the looks of it. You know, if you see the skeleton of something absolutely gigantic and it seems to have been killed by something, what should you be more afraid of? What creature the skeleton was or what killed it? It really depends on how it died. Like, if it died from blood loss or wounds but still won the fight, then probably the creature that died. But if it was actually killed by something, then probably the creature that killed it. Thoughts on Uzi versus Blitzo? Bad matchup. I don't understand how it became popular. I don't like it. I know others like it. At least they used to. That was a much louder roar. It's a terrifying thought either way, yeah. Okay, just a wall. So, we are at 7:26, so we're about here. 276, yeah, about right here. So, we need to go straight to the right. The answer is indie animation fans are beyond neurodivergent for their series. Yeah. Also, the O in Blitz's name is silent. Okay, maybe we need to angle it a bit more to the right. Where are we? We're about here, so I think we do need to angle it a bit more to the downward. The animation could have died from poison, heart failure, and earthing. Yeah, true. But at the same time, Tony, we are so fucked. Yuma wants to tell you a bad matchup. Hit me. Go ahead. Am versus Kane. I've heard of that one. It's not the worst thing, I guess, but it is pretty bad. Alright, I think we made it through the crack. Alright. So 8 6 4 4 8 6 4 2 5 8. Alright. We need to... It's convenient that you say you hate it. Hate. I get the idea since Kane is loosely based off of Am, but there isn't much besides the inspiration, there isn't much beyond AIs who trap humans in their worlds. Yeah. Alright. We are currently about here-ish, I think. Generally, so we need to angle it a bit up. Can I tell you a bad matchup? Oh, you got one for me too? Go ahead. Clock. Hate. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate Am versus Kane since I found that matchup existed. Alright. We need to go until about 864. Adam versus Gabriel. Hasman Hotel versus Ultra Kill. What's so bad about it? Hang on, guys. Something's going on. I'm getting a Amber Alert. Sorry about that. My phone went off for an Amber Alert. It wasn't anything major. It was just, someone reported a car of some kind. Is it fair that I may never understand Ultra Kill lore no matter how many times I hear it? Honestly, I've heard people explain it, and I'm not really knowledgeable on it myself. Like, I've heard people explain it too, and it's ugh. Alright. I understand it. Well, good for you. Can Darkhold Iron Man work for a death battle despite the lack of combat? People have scaled him to like Mark 1 Iron Man since that's the suit he wears. 258, so... Okay. I don't know if you know the people in this matchup all that well, but Monarch versus Sin. Sin from Murder Drones? And by the way, it's spelled C-Y-N, not S-I-N. 258. Alright. Now angle it correctly. Too far. 209. Alright. Now let's take our picture and get out of here. What the heck? Is that a log? It's just a log. Thoughts on Shantae versus Rayman? It's fine, but the Riot Rumble was very well animated. Hell, frankly, all Rayman fight animations are really well animated. I got a bad matchup. You probably heard it say it before. Okay, one more. But I don't think I'll be taking any more after this. Well, at least not for a while. Alright, let me see. About 275. About in the middle here. Sin versus Amanda the Adventurer. Okay, yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, that's not very good. Alright. Now we need to angle ourselves a little bit. 284, 807, a little bit forward. I'm not even sure I could call that a bad matchup. To be bad implies the matchup makes any kind of sense, even bad sense to begin with. What happened in the first 10 minutes? I missed the beginning of the movie and can't find it anywhere. Basically, there's been an event called the Quiet Rapture, where all the stars and planets have disappeared, and anyone left alive is on space stations or spaceships. So they sent me, a convict, down here to find a, well, anything, really. Any materials needed to survive. Is that the wall, or? Alright. Stupid Steam! I will say, this setup for Iron Lung, plus the general atmosphere of the game, it is very terrifying in an existential sense. Alright. We're about 700. Lots of Roblox doors. I like Roblox doors. Ugh! What the heck? We've been hit! Something hit us! Where are we? Okay, well, we're all the way over here? 356, 576. Yeah, we're about here somehow. We've been hit a long way. Like, we were over here, now we're over here. Alright. Let's... Why they hit you? That's not nice. But yeah, I used to play Roblox off and on. Just cause I thought there were a couple things I could play more. I don't think I can play Roblox anymore. As I said in the post about Phil said about Roblox fans suffering, the CEO is literally Waternoose. I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this company die, and I'll silence anyone who gets in my way. Pretty much. Yeah. That's the reason I don't want to play or even stream Roblox blocks. Because at one point I wanted to stream like Roblox Doors. I thought that could have made for a fun stream, but now I just feel disgusting even having it on my Xbox. Should I delete Roblox from my Xbox? Like, what do you guys think? Should I delete Roblox from my Xbox? Alright, 6:23. About 5:20. What? Something was right next to me. At least we have a reason to play Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion instead. If you want to. I'm not sure though, because like normally I don't let outside factors affect my enjoyment of the game, but like this is something bad. Like, this is very, very bad. I still have fond memories of the platform. I met plenty of close friends there when I was a kid and teen, including the love of my life, ironically enough. But in its current state, Alright, let me, get this into the right position. Alright. Now we gotta go 6:23. I used to play Roblox on the PC in my younger use. Roblox was my childhood and now it's ruined. It's hard to want to even play anything. Maybe you need to expand your horizons. Like try out different games. Broaden the scope a bit. I mean, we got the recent Resident Evil game coming out. I really hope the passionate creators of the platform leave to make games for better companies. Yeah. Get us out of here, Tony. Unfortunately, I can't. I don't think I can. Alright. 63 degrees. Yeah, I saw that video at the infinite loading screen. That's a spine. That is something spinal cord. I don't know what that spine belonged to, but frankly, I don't know. I don't want to know. Alright. Now, there isn't much connective tissue between these areas and down here, so... Speaking of RE9, if things go according to my plan, I plan to kick off my YouTube streaming career with RE9 by streaming the remakes of 2, 3, and 4 before the game releases, and then RE9 itself. Ooh, that'd be cool. Maybe a whale? I don't think whales have spines. Do they? Alright. We'll need to go to about a little between 350, 400. So, might take a little bit. Okay, that musical cue maybe thought it was like a giant or something. Okay, there's some... I imagine that's the wall. Nothing but darkness, but okay. Could be a Loch Ness monster of sorts. Potentially. Let's just fill our heads with anything it could be that isn't going to kill us. Alright, we're almost to 400. Little past that in the middle, and we'll be fine. If I can't get the conditions right in time, then I can try to kickstart a different way. But the plan works. That's how I hope to cultivate an audience of people equally autistic about the series.
Oxygen notification.
Oh, great! Now we're gonna have to start hyperventilating. If you think this is terrifying, check out the absolute Batman villains. I've seen those guys. What kind of monsters did Darkseid cook up for that universe? Alright. Now we need to go straight up. Hopefully. I hope this is actually a pathway and not just a map rubbing. Where are you? Where are you? I know you're roaring outside, but you're never within view. Wait, here's a theory. What if Iron Lung was created by Darkseid? Oh, jeez. Alright, 553. We're about here. Should be a straight shot. Okay, there's a bit of a wall here that looks striped for some reason, so, let me angle it just a bit more. Yeah, I don't really, get the dynamic, versus Sin versus Amanda and Nathaniel. Alright. 600, 620. We're almost there. We'll photograph this one next. And then we'll head over here. Only 3 left. We're in the home stretch. We can do it. Have you seen the new gameplay released for RE9 a few days ago? No, I didn't know they released new gameplay. But I'm probably not going to watch much because I want to go in fresh. Kind of. I already saw, like, the Game Awards reveal trailer for Leon, and that's frankly all I need. Oh, shoot! Fire! Fire on the bridge! I don't know how that note survived, but... How is there fire? Sparks, electrical system? Stop, drop, and roll! Really? Alright, about 741. And then we will... Maybe it's about to explode. Swim, Tony, swim! Can you swim through blood? I don't know. Man, Hey, I just entered. What's up with the profile pic? What do you mean profile pic? You mean my avatar? Because as far as I'm aware, my profile pic has not changed. If you mean my avatar, then, I'm scared. Very scared. And what doesn't help is those, yeah, my profile pic's just the same. I meant your avatar. Okay, good. Yeah. I'm very scared. I really hope they make Grace's gameplay a somewhat strict survival horror experience. And, like, only 8 inventory slots and with 1 inventory expansion, like, halfway through the game. Wow. Very strict. Very strict, but that would certainly make for a nice challenge. Yes, I played Dispatch. I love it. It's a very great game. Alright, we need to go about, 325. Alright. 18 degrees. I mean, that's how the classics were, right? So it'd be a good way to harken back to those, given that this is the 30th anniversary game. True. But if that's how the classics were, then whew, I'm in for a rocky ride when I get to those. Alright. It looks like a skull and either rib cages or fingers. Hang on. Might just be me, but this game seems kind of boring, not gonna lie. I would say it's tense in the sense of your first try. Because, like, when you know what that's a hand. RE1 you probably will be. RE2 is easy enough to where you're not really gonna be bothered having 8 slots. And RE3 gives you an expansion for 10 slots early on. Okay, cool. That's good to know. In the meantime, I am going to die probably. But it depends. Like, is that classic RE1 or remake RE1? Because, like, I know there's like a substantial difference between the two. This game looks like Buckshot Roulette and Lethal Company. Oh god, that's the scariest things. Monsters versus aliens scream sound. Ah! That's the funniest scream. I believe UML said he saw that drawing, Nathaniel. It's a very good drawing. You guys should, if you haven't seen what Nathaniel drew in the community section of my channel, you should check it out. Okay, I'm getting a glimpse of wall. So we are about here, sort of. So let me angle it a bit better. Sounds like you need to pull off a Deus Ex Machina here. Both RE1 original and remake have it to where Jill is 8 slots and Chris is the strictest with 6. The original is definitely easier to manage, though, than the remake. The remake embodies the survival. Oh, wow. Challenging. But probably won't be the worst thing I've experienced as far as challenge goes. Something is... Will someone get her out of here? Hey, Tony, it's starting a brand new project called Battle Death Blossoms, where it's the death battle, but not as a versus show. Following Ruby as the main character, and I released a trailer a day ago. Really? That could be interesting. Maybe I'll check it out on my own time. But right now, something is making all sorts of noise. Something is making all sorts of noise out there. Let me see here. 180, 576. So what's our character's goal? I mean, take some pictures in the bottom of a blood ocean. I mean, at the end of the day, it's having to learn properly, deal with situations, I suppose. Alright, let me see. Something. If it's the bloop, then you're screwed. Yeah, I don't want to encounter the bloop. Why do the images remind me of something Trevor Henderson made? Ah, this thing is leaking all over the place. How would it feel to drown in a pool of blood? Probably not very good. What the hell? What is that? The more this game goes on, the more I see why Markiplier made a movie on it. Oh, good. Glad to get it. Right now, reality is distorting. Let me go straight down. 576. Where's the long horse when you need him? I can't tell if this is just my perception or something's actually warping the sub. 84 to 184. That should be good. All right, let's take a look. What is it? What is it? Some kind of... Okay, let's back out of here. I don't want to get too close to that. Oh! Where do we end up? 279, 673, 636, 277. We teleported from here to over, from around here to over here again. What happened? How? I don't know. I don't know what keeps hitting us. But anyways, we have one more. One more. How? I don't know. Alright. Where are we? 347 about here, 654 about here, so around this range, I think. No, around this range. Alright. Just gotta keep moving forward. Might have to put a pin into the RE talk for a second. Yeah, kinda. Hello. Hey, Magical Waffle. I'm having a good day so far. A cold day, but a good day. You, here, and now. Let me try angling it more straightforward. Wait, hang on. 675, 426. We're about here, so Probably need to angle it a bit more upward. I will scream like Tomcat if there is a jump scare. Ugh. What the? Wait, it's still in front of me. What's in front of me? That was an eye. That was an eye. That was a reptilian eye. And it's, I think, okay. Guys, I think we're gonna die. I think we are about to die. Where are we right now? 459. We're out here. 685. Okay. Oh, hell no! How can we run? I don't think we can. So, Tony, what do you think the prototype is going to look like? I have no idea. Oh! There's something literally right next to us. Let me, Okay, okay. Just ignore the laws of physics. This. Alright. 550. Alright, should be a straight shot. Someone suggested a jester for the prototype. Yeah, I've seen theories, but I imagine it's gonna look like a man-made horrors beyond our comprehension. Oh no. We're running out of oxygen. Alright. So, little over 550. Little bit more forward and then we'll head upwards. Oh, there's a leak! Blood is getting into the water! The blood's getting into the ship! Alright. 700. Oh no, we're about to die. Solution, get a straw. You want me to drink the blood? I don't think have you ever tried drinking blood? I pray that you don't have to, because drinking your own blood is not healthy. Especially not random blood that's been outside. Hey, at least you got something to drink. How else do you dispose of that much liquid? A bucket! Only problem is I don't have a bucket or a straw. It's up to my waist. That is, ew, why is that disgusting? Alright, that's probably the wall. Abandoned ship! Then eat it. Ew! I'm not eating blood. Use a pipe bomb! You can't eat blood, guys. You realize how toxic that is for you? I mean, you should see how Mark looked at the end of the Iron Lung movie, just from prolonged exposure to the blood. He didn't even eat it. He just like. All right. 675. Have you heard of the? Oh, no way! People, there's actually an entire subreddit for people defending AI art. I mean, I don't like the practice, really. Other solution. Get the stone mask for JoJo's, then drink the blood. Oh, okay, just become a vampire. It's that simple. Is the Iron Lung movie on Mark's YouTube channel? No, it's actually airing in select theaters. Alright, 828. Okay. Angle it right, 295. Last picture. We can do this. Almost there. We're at the right position. Ah! Oh, that's so certainly a way to end it. Woo. Oh. The expedition ultimately raised more questions than answers. Satellite images showed pieces of the SM-13 scattered all over the bottom of the trench, as though it had been torn apart by some huge beast. The wreckage cannot be reached at this time. No photographs have been recovered. The stars shine pale as bones. The moon is a lifeless corpse, its ocean a gaping wound. The universe, what's left of it, is dying. But somewhere in the void, there must be hope. That scared me. Me too. Woo. What in God's name was that abomination? Some sort of fish. A fish. Well, game over. I'm less scared of the jump scare and more scared of the existentialism of this now. Alright. Let me change my avatar real quick now that that's over. Hang on, I need to Hang on. Alright. Now, avatar change. Hang on. Okay, there was just something in the Discord or that I needed to look at. The idea that the world just quietly dies, and by sheer coincidence, you happen to be alive due to the sheer luck of being somewhere else. Now mankind is desperately looking for a solution. There's a lot of existential dread for this game and this world. And the said solution each day, each expedition gets more and more hopeless. Alright. Just adjusting a few things, guys. Stream health. Good. Are we gonna keep playing? Yes, because we still need to discuss the movie. And we also need to get that last picture. Because, frankly, I don't want to leave any stone unturned. So let's dive back in. Skip the monologue. And then we will end, which is sad.
Beginning your descent.
Yeah. There's no way to skip this, unfortunately.
Roughly 40 seconds. Stand by. I'm seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that. Approaching maximum depth. The hole's feeling it, but it's still holding strong. Closing porthole shielding. We're starting to lose radio signal. You'll be at cruise depth soon, so reefing and be careful. You're on your own. Good.
Okay. We are back in the sub, and now we will talk about the movie. So, first things foremost, it is a very, very, very faithful. Like, the movie is pretty much... the sub is pretty much one-to-one with the game. Everything is exquisitely downly detailed. There is a speaker box added here, which I guess is to signify someone talking. But otherwise, the sub is recreated pretty much exactly. And for the first 5, how the fuck were you on a second ago if you're live? I took a second during the intro. Because, like, I had to get back in here, I got back in here to discuss the movie Iron Lung, and I couldn't skip the intro, so I took a second to pop by. Pop by into the Discord. Alright. Almost a 200. And, for the first, I want to say 40 minutes, the plot is very straightforward. It's pretty much the plot of the game. And there's, and there is a moment where Mark's character actually is able to surface. Because, where Mark's character is actually able to surface because, he found a picture of a skeleton down there, and they had to discuss matters with him, as well as attach something to the front of his ship to get a sample. And everything after that. But they also reveal, fun fact, that these cameras use radiation, X-rays to be exact, because you can't see through blood normally, so you have to use X-ray radiation. Which is very cool. But another thing is, after getting the kind of sample you need, things kind of get very confusing, because, like, he ends up in this sort of weird infrastructure. You get a clearer look at whatever just attacked us, which is very terrifying. And there's a cool moment where he's taking a bunch of pictures, and then one of the pictures it's gone. So cool. Gotta go. All right. And there's also this weird voice talking to him throughout the second half, and it's very weird because it's distorted in a way where you cannot really understand them without subtitles. Like, you definitely need the subtitles for. In fact, Iron Lung as a whole is like needs subtitles to like truly understand everything. Because like there are multiple modes from even just the regular characters that I couldn't understand what they were saying. So if it comes out on streaming, I will watch it again with subtitles to hopefully get a clearer understanding. Because as far as like the plot, it kind of goes off the rails. And it's hard to really get a clear understanding of everything. But I will say, production-wise, it is very well put together. And Mark is acting his heart out. Like, dude has some hidden acting chops, let me tell you. Because, like, people have pointed out how he, like, throughout the entire movie, like, of course, I saw Markiplier at first, but after a while, he truly got me invested in, like, the character he was playing. Like, he was genuinely just being a character. Like, he was actually acting his heart out, and it was very, very good. I will say, for what little... Also, apparently there are like other stars, movie stars as part of it. Like Elsie Lovelock, aka Uzi Dorman herself, is in this movie, and also Troy Baker, which is crazy. But it's cool that they're there, though I couldn't pick either of them out. And I like that they made some small expansions to the world. To the world of Iron Lung, because there's definitely more in the movie than there is in the game. So if you're interested in learning more about the world, there's definitely something for you in that in the movie. But I do imagine that it is probably going to be very divisive for some people, because a lot of it does hinge on you having played the game. If you don't know the game and you aren't already invested in the world, some of it might ring hollow for you. And that's kind of a given with most video game adaptations, you know? It's just sort of a thing that I crashed the damn sub. I crashed the sub, of course. I figured the gap was wide enough, but I crashed it. Hang on, is the chat still working, or is the chat box being weird again? Okay, chat. Okay, chat's still here. Aw, man, we got dead again. This game stinks. Alright. Let me, Thoughts on Ragatha versus Agatha? And I'm guessing all the expansions were approved by the creator? Yes. David Szymanski was very much a part of the game. Part of the production, I believe. Hang on. What was the exact coordinates? Alright, 378, 263. Alright. The movie sounds interesting. Yeah. I would definitely say it is a movie where your mileage may vary. Because, like, I saw it with my grandpa, and he was very confused by it. And we both came to, like, the same conclusion. If it comes out on streaming and we can watch it with subtitles, then we will. To, like, get a better understanding of it. Because that second half of the movie really needed subtitles to like, so we could like understand what was going on a bit better. And heck, even some of the human voices coming through the speaker were a bit hard to understand. So really, I appreciate the passion Mark had for this movie, because it is definitely very, very apparent. And I could definitely tell that. Oh, your thoughts on Ragatha versus Agatha from Dark Deception? What do you Ragatha from Digital Circus versus Agatha from Dark Deception? Why? I don't get it. A little higher. All right. Neither do I. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what's the connection? Other than their names sound similar. Hang on, let me take a picture. That way, mate. Oof, I'm very close to that wall. Now, don't crash the submarine. I won't this time. Can Ragatha even work? I don't think so. Like, aside from some mild toon force, Ragatha doesn't really work. Even with the guns, like, she flat out said, like, she doesn't know how to fire a gun.
Oxygen notification.
Thank you, Siri. I haven't seen much reviews of, like, Iron Lung, the movie. I did see one before the stream starts, and he was relatively positive. Jeremy Johns, if you guys know that reviewer. He had a short little review on it. Frankly, he does short little reviews on pretty much everything. But, he did have a, he did have an overall positive outlook on the movie. But he did say, like, wait till it comes on streaming. Well, there's a Reddit post on that matchup. I just wish I could send the link to the stream right now without YouTube deleting the comment. Ugh. Alright. Let me, just the angle real quick. I did notice that, one other person I'm subscribed to reviews horror movies and really movies in general. Cody Leach, had a review of it. And the thumbnail doesn't give me high hopes for how he felt. But, I'll probably check that out after the stream. Yeah, I would definitely label Iron Lung as, for now anyway, as a your mileage may vary kind of movie. Alright, there's the snakes. Alright. Alright. And... wait, where am I going? Silly me. Let me turn this around. Now, as far as other video game adaptations are coming out, apparently there's going to be a Finding Frankie movie, if you guys remember that game. What indie horror property deserves a movie? I was just talking about those. Apparently there are several coming out, or currently in development. Obviously, there's the Bendy movie, which is great. The Poppy Playtime movie is still going on. I know that. The Mortuary Assistant is, The Mortuary Assistant is gonna be releasing with a movie tomorrow, next month, I think, February 13th. And that's gonna be fun, I guess. I mean, The Mortuary Assistant is a game that freaked out a lot of people. I'll probably stream it myself sometime. Alright. And a Poppy Playtime movie? Awesome. I know. So, is this game just blindly submarining around? You're trying to get to specific parts of the map to photograph stuff. All you have is your photograph to see where you are. And it comes out like this. And it's existential dread the game. And as far as other stuff, I know an Outlast movie is being worked on, which is awesome. I love Outlast. That series could really benefit from a movie. I think that would be very cool. Give my boy Chris Walker some new feats, assuming it's done well. As far as other stuff, I know Finding Frankie, another indie horror game is getting a movie, which I'm not really sure totally works. Finding Frankie doesn't seem like a game that really needs a movie. But you can't see shit and nothing is after you or anything? I never said nothing was after you. You just gotta play it for yourself. Nathaniel crashing out over not being able to send a link. That's funny. Alright, let me see. In between 350 and this is where we go. Imagine if Garden a Band got a move. You know what's funny about Band? I think it's actually finally dead. Like, I actually think Garten a Band is finally dead. At least in terms of popularity. Because, like, does anybody talk about Band anymore? Here's an idea. Someone gains the legal rights to make a parody movie of Garten a Band where the protagonist just talks about how stupid everything is. Okay, that would be funny. But even so, like, does anybody talk about Band anymore? Does anyone care about Band anymore? Do you care about Band? Don't say yes, because I know you're lying. Like, remember when that shit blew up for all the wrong reasons? Like, that series released 5 games in the span of a single year. It took the world by storm for like a year, lasted like 1 or 2 months later, and then it's just gone. I think it is too. Nobody ever talks about it. It's all about Dandy's World now. Ironically, really like that game. It's always a fad. Like, it's all just a fad. The fad has died, and good fucking riddance to it. Make it like a parody-like movie about making the fake movie as stupid as possible. But you know what is getting a movie, reportedly? Unfortunately, it's a Roblox game. Guess which Roblox game is getting a movie, guys? I showed this to, like, my friends in, like, Discord, and everyone hated it the moment it was selected. So it's not one of the good ones. Bam Bam, when it first came out, it was ironically funny. You mean this is the state of mask horror? And then they made more. Let me guess, Rainbow Friends? Nope. Steal a brain rot. Steal the brain rot? Yeah. What, you actually want to make this a mascot horror competition? Competitor? I thought it was a joke. Everyone thought Ban Ban was a joke. But yeah, Steal the Brain Rot, a random shovelware stupid Roblox game, is getting a movie. I don't know why, I don't know how, but then again, Michael Bay showed interest in a Skippity Toilet movie, so I guess we're all fucked. Our world is just going to shit. Oh! Hey, Piff, here's your monster. Let's take another picture so we can get a better look. And it's gone. Whoever thought of that movie, fuck you. Yes. I'm glad we are all in agreement. Oh, shit! Alright! Alright. At least Skippity Toilet has a story. A weird, nonsensical story, but at least a story. Riddle this. How the fuck do you make a movie about a game called Steal the Brain Rot? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I hope that I hope that never comes to theaters. I just hope that never sees the light of day. If it does see the light of day, it'll be on a random, obscure streaming service like Tubi or something. Wait, no. Tubi also has the Ring movies, so... Actually, no. How about, like, Pluto TV or something. Shudder or something. Some random, obscure TV... Some random, obscure streaming service that nobody watches. Where it can die. Where it could die as soon as it was born. Frankly, do it with both the Skippity Toilet movie and Steal the Brain Rot. The Michael Bay Skippity Toilet thing was actually a lie made by the company to keep interest while keeping the OG creator out of the production of his work. Really? It was a lie? Whoa. I mean, that's quite a lie to tell, but... There's our skeleton. I feel like the Steal the Brain Rot thing won't happen. Funnily enough, Italian Brain Rot has weird fucking copyright around it, so it's not like it's going anywhere. Same with the Crypto Bored Ape anime. Ugh. You know, I don't hate Skippity Toilet, honestly. I'm frankly neutral on it as a series. It was a silly little nonsensical meme that turned into an actual series. I just hate that what Gen Alpha did to it. I mean, when it comes to, like, a franchise named Skippity Toilet, it's like, how do you even take that remotely seriously? That anime is gonna flop. You know what I would want? An Amanda the Adventure TV series. I think that would be cool. Not necessarily a movie. I don't think the game really lends itself too well to a movie per se. But a show all about the Amanda the Adventure show that switches between, like, the cartoon world and the real life world. It's kind of like a fusion. Well, like the show, like when you're in the show world, you got like you got like life lessons that are trying to be said, but there's also an aura of uncertainty to it. And in the real life, you have a big mystery going on with real people in the real world, trying to get to the bottom of the mystery surrounding the cartoon. That would be awesome. That is quality. That would be quality craftsmanship that I would support. But instead, we're getting a Steal the Brain Rot movie. People, our society is going downhill. Some games definitely lend themselves better to a TV show than a single movie. I mean, look at The Last of Us. The first season of that was pretty good. Minus the filler episodes. Anyways, forget all about this random shit. Have you heard of the game Ball X Pit? I think so. Then Season 2 came and fucked it. Pretty much, yeah. I will say, I do like how they executed Joel's death in the, well, spoilers, I guess, but who doesn't know? I do like they executed Joel's death in the show better. Because, like, there's so many holes you can poke in, like, in how the game did it, but the show at least makes it a bit more sense. And plus, the opening raid on, the raid on Jacksonville is awesome. That is crazy, it's insane, it's tense, it's scary. That stuff was awesome. Gotta go charge my headphones. Okay, hardhead guy. I've been playing Ball X Pit, it's so fucking good. Oh, is that the game I saw you were playing when we were watching those videos, Friday or Thursday? No, that was Peglin. Oh. Never mind then. Alright. 864. You know, that reminds me. So, obviously, Fallout is a TV show. Do you think Elder Scrolls is a show? I could see that being a cool fantasy show. If Bethesda ever wants to make one, I think that could really lend itself to a show. It would just need a good writer. And hey, the Fallout show is doing really well. I mean, Elder Scrolls fans deserve something after the eternity of wait that is Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, they got Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remastered. That's something. Nathaniel. I mean, this generation has already made up its own language that my family is constantly repeating. And it's just like around my family, they like to say a lot of like Gen Alpha lingo. And it is and it's the most how do you do fellow kids stuff you will ever be around. No offense to any of them. It's funny in its own way, I guess, if a little annoying, but like reminder, we are at Gen Beta. Oh. Funnily enough, they're both roguelikes, but one's a Peggle roguelike, the other is a Brick Breaker. Ball X Pit even has Brick Breaker aspects in its basic aspects. I did like the raid on Jackson. It was pretty cool. So we need to protect Gen Beta from brain rot. Yeah. If you guys ever have kids, let me give you some quality shows that you can show them to help them learn. Sesame Street, Blue's Clues, Dora the Explorer, Pingu for the younger, for the really young ones. You can watch, give them VeggieTales to learn good values, good Christian values. Looney Tunes is another one if you just want to have a laugh. If they want to just have a laugh. And let me think. What other shows would I raised on? Cyber Chase. Teach them math a fun way. Yeah. Ooh. And Odd Squad can help with that too. And other PBS Kids shows. Earther. Wild Kratts. Those are quality shows that the next generation would love and learn a lot from. Don't give them the Dora show that said Sigma. Yeah. Keep it with the classic. The classic Dora show that had Go Diego Go as well. I want to play. Despite Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog being an old cartoon, the only problem is that it's total nonsense. I mean, it kind of just does whatever it wants. But Keep Sigma as a Greek letter in their head at all times, nothing else. And also the name of the villain from Mega Man X. I'm back. Okay, Janice Rivera, welcome back. $287. I love Wildcrats. That's me too. You know what I did for my little brothers? I had them watch shows I was watching. Nowadays, we watch stuff to be Hero X since they're older. Huh. Yeah. But yeah, if I ever become a dad, my kid is not getting on YouTube until they're 13 or 14, or getting their own phone until they're 17 or 18. I'm not raising an iPad kid or a mobile kid or whatever you call them. They are going to be raised with good educational values that any child should learn from the shows that I grew up with. I hope Capcom doesn't change Sigma's name to something else. Me. Oh yeah, To Be Hero X is the most peakest peak anime ever. Tony, you would have a stroke if you watched any matchup with X. You know, there are so many characters these days named X. To Be Hero X, Mega Man X, Lord X. There's just so many characters out there with X in their name, or have X as just their name. All right. Where are we now? We got him. I mean, I was raised on a laptop at a young age, and I turned out great. In all seriousness, though, if I got lucky. Don't give your kids technology too young. And if it is somewhat young, supervise. You know what I had as a kid? The most that I had as a kid? A little kid? I had a Leapster. That was the extent of my age of technology until the PlayStation 2. Until I finally got around to the PlayStation 2. Then it was strictly Nintendo consoles from then on out. All right, where am I? 576. $355. I remember the Leap Pad. Yeah. Leapster, Leap Pad. All sorts of leapfrog stuff. My parents gave me tech, but they always made sure I knew what was right and wrong and what is considered acceptable. Good on them. All right. Need to get to about 520. I have a matchup for you, but it has two characters you're unfamiliar with. Go ahead, shoot it at me. Fun fact, did you know that some Undertale animations are made in KineMaster? Really? Are they, I'd be very surprised if that was the case. All right. $90. Baiken versus Narmaya. Guilty Gear versus Grand Blue Fantasy. Alright. 623. So the reason I said X matches would throw you for a loop, he changes the lot. Yeah, I've seen clips of Hero X and Mindfuck doesn't even begin to describe his powers. He's like if Gygus were a human. I grew up with Cartoon Network, Disney Junior, Disney X, Disney Channel, and Boomerang. Good choices. Also, he's one of the most fired theme song, and he's only one of the most genuine heroes. Really? That's very fun. That's fun. Here's the spine. Can X take on people with Toon Force? I mean, he pretty much has Toon Force already. Just a more serious Toon Force. And sometimes Nickelodeon. Me too. Frankly, I don't know how Hero X would even lose any of his fights. Like, he seems like a very overpowered individual. Like, I don't know how there would be any challenge for him with the kind of powers he has. Alright, we need to go about 400. Yeah, they're high quality as fuck. Just to name an example, Undertale: The Fallen Human by Venice de La Paz. Talking about Undertale animations and made it Kind Master, of course. It's crazy. I don't know if I'll ever have that kind of talent myself, but I would hope so. Yeah, Hero X is based on popularity. X defies that. Also, yeah, Toon Force doesn't mean shit to him. We could change them into 3D or... Oh, thank you for the subscription, Z Omega Z. I think that's how you say your name. But thanks. Alright. Now, we just hit it straight. Toon Force is only made to make people laugh. It's useless in verses. Tell that to Popeye! Tell that to Popeye the Sailor Man! Or SpongeBob SquarePants! Or heck, even Wile E. Coyote and Tomcat! Well, Popeye has some crazy scalings. Yeah, exactly. Tell that to the Looney Tunes. All right. Now, since we died going over here this time, we're gonna go around and explore, and then get this photo before we get to the other ones. So let's I told them I used my anti-tune. Flames again. Ow. Didn't Death Battle invent the term Toon Force, or was that someone else? I think it was I think the term existed beforehand. And somehow Gurren Lagann, I think that's how you spelled it, has an even faster speed feat than SpongeBob. I mean, any feat that's immeasurable is faster than SpongeBob. Oh, wrong button. Alright. Alright, let's turn here. Alright, let's see, we're at there. Oop. Something's in front of us. Oh, we're getting the eye early! I guess that's what happens when we try to defy defy the normal order and go this way. I see you. Tony, do something! I am! I'm going forward! Things are progressing, to the point where we usually have the last one, but, not sure how... Have you seen Cato Boy? No, I have not. Alright, 655, 695, 558, alright. When we get to about, in between 6... Ugh, we're flooding again. Okay, there is a wall. So... now we should go, upward. Who do you think Captain Underpants should fight if he enters Death Battle? People have suggested Saitama for Captain Underpants, but he already fought Popeye, so... Also, we are flooding with blood again. Alright, where are we? For me, either the Tick or Saitama. No, this is Patrick. I wonder... Alright, where are we in terms of, 750, a little higher, and then we'll be able to go. There we go. Alright. I'm not surprised the Captain Underpants wins against Saitama, because, like, for as broken as Saitama is, Underpants is just insane. Alright. The exact X measurement, we're about to pass that, so... Alright, we've entered the small crevice here, so let me angle it a little bit. Okay. Need to... It's a blood. Mm-hmm. Alright. Alright. We're about, we ain't cooked. Don't despair now. I mean, he has fought Robot George and Hero, who can kick a ball so hard it teared the page apart. I want to explore this other side, because we haven't been here. We died before we could get the last photo. And apparently you can get this last photo so long as it is not your last photo. So basically you have to defy the order. Alright. Trying to figure out where the hell we are. Alright. About this general area. But with our luck, at this rate, we'll probably get a jump scare when we do get the last photo. Okay, there's the wall. In the show, we somehow survived an entire space station getting destroyed. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. Alright. 800. Under the blood. Under the blood. It is horrible. Please, someone save me. Me under the blood. Alright. Okay, there's a wall over there. 775. So we're right about here. So we should just go this way. By the way, I've seen people said that you, Red Runner, had the exact same thoughts on Monica not working on Death Battle word for words. I mean, he and I have... I did see that video, and I definitely agree with him. He and I are very, He and I definitely have similar thoughts. I will say that. Very similar. And if I'm correct, he has access to a nuke that can destroy entire galaxies. Dang. Captain Underpants is crazy. I mean, he's a guy called Captain Underpants. And that's why he beats Goku. Alright. A1, X40, X50. About in this general range. What's out here? Because, like, we're right around this general area, but, it's undocumented. And by word for word, I mean people probably think you stole from the script from him. I didn't steal, I swear I didn't steal script. I swear I didn't, really. Like, I saw his segment of Nem's video. At most, I took a little inspiration from him. But I did not steal his script, I swear. Okay, there's a flat wall. So, where are we? About, seems like this general range, so just gotta angle it a little better. Ah! Are you kidding me? Fuck. Oh, are you kidding me? I hit new. I hit the wrong button. Ah. You know what? Screw it. We're not doing it. Oh well. That's where it ends. That's the canonical ending. Sorry, guys. I'm not going through all that a third time. I'm sorry. And frankly, this is where we're gonna end it. I think so. Stupid mistakes, stupid exploring. Maybe I'll look up what it actually is, what that actual photo is. With our luck, we probably would have been jump scared anyways. Yeah, short one today. Not much to really say. Not sure what next week is gonna be. I will say I am gonna be working on my next ERAW very soon. The first of the hinted at ERAWs. If, in case any of you didn't notice, I reposted the post with the hints for what they are. Do you have any guesses? In fact, you know what? I'm going to pull up the photo right now. Give me a second. In fact, I want to see what you guys are going to guess. So let me add the source. All right. Here is the first hint. It is a samurai helmet. What are your guesses? Give them to me. Give them to me. What are your guesses as to what this could be? Dustin Elysian Tale? Interesting. I got nothing. Some don't knows. I'm not sure. Remember, I am doing specifically 2 2D platformers, 2 3D platformers, and 2 Metroidvanias. That is the context in what this could potentially be. Okay, it seems like you're all pretty stumped on this one, so the next one. A fox. Any guesses for the fox? Spirit of the Samurai. Okay. Hey, that's at least one. Now, the fox. For a 2D platformer, a 3D platformer, or a Metroidvania. What do you guess? Come on, guess. Star Fox? Is Star Fox a 3D platformer, a 2D platformer, or a Metroidvania? Just think about it. Tails Adventure. That'd be funny. But also very painful for my sanity. Any other guesses? No? Alright. Next one. A warrior with a katana in a very specific hat and a very specific outfit. Give me your guess. Wait, maybe that indie Fox game, Tunic? Maybe. Mortal Kombat, that is a fighting game. We are talking 2D platformers, 3D platformers, or Metroidvanias. Ghost of Yote. I'm not giving you guys any more hints beyond these. These are the only ones. Anything else? Anything else you want to guess? Come on, come on, come on. Try your luck. Guess. Step right up, step right up. Here we have a clue. Well, I'm out. Nope, nope. That or Indie Samurai Cat. Nope. Well, seems like you're all stumped on this one too. Now, what's this? A tower of some kind. Pizza Tower. One immediately for... It's gotta be Pizza Tower. Alright, wow. 2 for Pizza Tower, huh? Pizza Tower. 3 for Pizza Tower. We got 3 for Pizza Tower. Is it Pizza Tower? Can I get a 4th? I bet the tower has pizza inside. Pizza Tower. So many Pizza Tower. We got 4 for Pizza Tower. 5 for Pizza Tower. It seems like you guys unanimously agree it's Pizza Tower. But are you correct? We'll have to wait and see. But you guys seem to have your thoughts set on this one. But what about this one? A beer glass. A bottle of alcohol. A beer glass filled with alcohol, an alcoholic substance. Maybe a certain angry red guy that loves stuff. You know who. Okay. Dead cells. Okay. We got one for dead cells around. You know. Ew. Anton Blast. Okay. Got some for Anton Blast, but know that not every... but just know there are a lot of games out there that involve alcohol. I could be referring to Anton Blast, but I could also be referring to something else. Any other guesses besides Anton Blast? Or are you guys pretty set on Anton Blast? Okay, we got Conker's Bad Fur Day. That's another guess. Any other guesses, or shall I move on to the final hint? A yellow kimono. What is this hinting towards? A yellow kimono. What do you think this is? I don't know. Okay, we got one person who's stumped. Any other guesses? There's 7 of you, and there's 7 of you watching the stream. I know there's got to be someone, I guess. I don't know. Not sure. Well. Sorry, can't answer this one. Nope. Okay, looks like you're all stumped on a few, but you got some strong guesses for others. Rest assured, I will be answering them in a shortly. Here's how it's gonna go. A short will come out when I am done with the script and have footage for the video. So until then, keep these hints in mind. The first one will come hopefully soon-ish. In any case, that's going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you all next time.